Everyone, welcome to Solar Integrations. In today's video, I'm setting up a prepaid electricity meter monitor. What it will do is you can put your current meter value in there, and it'll count that number down for you, and it will send you an alert when it reaches a preset value. It's very, very easy to do, and it is persistent between reboots now. So I have managed to sort that problem out. One thing before you start, probably a good idea just to create a backup so that you've got a fallback if things don't work out like you want. Okay, so let's talk about what you're going to need to get this done. You are going to need an integration between Home Assistant and your inverter. If you don't have one, I have done videos. I'll link to some of my older videos. What you're going to need to do is find out from your inverter, there should be a total grid import entity. And that will be a constantly rising value. There is usually a daily one. You don't want to use the daily one because it resets every night. And we're going to be using that. We're going to record that when we recharge our prepaid meter, and we'll record that value over there, and then we will minus that from the current value to get how much power we've used since we recharged. What we also need to make sure of is that all our power is going through our inverter. So if you've got loads which aren't being seen by the inverter, then this is obviously not going to work. You need to have the file editor installed. If you don't have it installed, it's super easy. Just go to settings, add-ons, and your add-on store, and you can install it from there. And then that is it. Oh, the one thing you're going to want to do is this entity value down here for your total grid import. You want to take note of that over there. This the YAML code is using that over there. If your one is different, you're going to have to change that in the YAML code. Okay, so first thing we're going to want to do, I'm going to put a link into my GitHub page. We're going to be using this prepaid meter YAML and the prepaid meter dashboard, and this Home Assistant configuration.yaml edition. Let's just go to the Home Assistant configuration YAML over there. It's 2 lines. We're going to copy that, and we're going to go to File Editor, and we're going to go to our configuration.yaml file over there, and we're just going to add this into our configuration.yaml file. That's going to tell Home Assistant that it needs to include packages in the packages directory. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is create the packages directory. It'll be in our Home Assistant directory there. You're just going to create a directory called packages, like that over there. Okay, has been created. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go to and we're going to just download this prepaid meter.yaml file. I'm just going to tell it to download over there. Sorry. And it'll download prepaid meter.yaml. Okay, so now what I want to do is just upload prepaid meter.yaml like that. Whoops, did it select it? Okay, prepaid meter.yaml, upload. upload. That's prepaid meter.yaml is now in the packages directory. So the nice thing about this, if we have a look at this prepaid meter.yaml file, this has got sensors in it, automations in it, and a link to a prepaid dashboard. So it's got all of that stuff in there, and I don't have to add that into my config.yaml file manually. It's all just over here. The nice thing is if I want to not use this anymore, it's very easy to take out. So I can just delete this prepaid meter.yaml file, and it'll take all those parts out of the setup, which is pretty handy. What I then want to do is restart my Home Assistant. Just go to Developer Tools, check Configuration, and then restart. Okay, so now we want to just add the dashboard part. We go to Home Assistant, to the GitHub page, go to raw prepaid meter dashboard, just copy that. Okay, go down to settings, dashboards, add a new dashboard from scratch. Let's call it power meter, create. Okay, we're going to go into power meter and we're going to edit it, and we're going to go to raw configuration editor. Going to take that stuff out. We're going to paste that in and save. Yes, we want to save it, and let's have a look. And that all looks right. Okay, so now what we want to do is just check that this is working. Let's just put a value in over there. It's updated the current balance, and it's going to keep track of the energy used since last update, and we want to set the low threshold. So I'm going to set that at 50 kilowatt hours. And now what we want to do is just restart it and make sure that it keeps those settings in there. Okay, it's restarted. Let's just go back to power meter, and there you can see all my settings have been retained over the restart. You just want to keep an eye on these and check what the usage looks like. If you take note of that number over there, that's your grid import entity number, and it'll minus that from whatever the current one is to get your energy used. So the last thing you're going to want to organize is your notifications. I'm not going to go over that because that's going to be a whole video by itself. But down here in your in this prepaid meter YAML file, there are some triggers there which will send you a notification. There are lots of videos online on notifications, so you just need to edit those settings. You can import them into your automations, and there's the clear balance notification over there. You will need to migrate that into here to be able to edit it. Otherwise, you can edit it in the YAML files. Let me know what you think of the video, and if you have found it useful, I would appreciate a subscription and a like. It does help me a lot. Thank you very much. See you guys next time.